Hello, welcome to LLG's Random But Real. My name is Lisa L. Gilliam, and I am the host of this podcast, where we have conversations about any and all things random with an entree, not a side dish, of mental health advocacy. I use my performance, communication, and literary art skills to bring awareness about mental health and other topics. Therefore, whether I am singing, speaking, or writing, it is my desire that my words will be melodic, just like music to your ears. Please note, the comments expressed in this podcast are those of mine and or the guests. They are not intended to be used for professional guidance. Please seek a licensed professional if you are in need of care or therapy, experiencing trauma, or are in danger. And if in danger, please call 911. Thank you in advance for listening to LLG's Random But Real. I hope you enjoy this podcast. The thing I really like about podcasts is that, one, I don't have to be on camera. So my schedule is pretty busy and I am unable sometimes to do all the things that I need to do to get home, hurry up, makeup, be on camera, whatever. That may be changing because I know that this particular podcast hosting company is moving towards a different direction. So for me, it may end up being my last season of Podcast for Real, just because honestly, I don't have the time that I need to hurry up and get, because I do have a regular job as well. And honestly, today I am being really, I guess I'm really multitasking because I'm actually cooking, dicing onions, etc. for I wanted to make some stuffed peppers. And so, this is LLG Random But Real. I didn't even do the intro because I just wanted to come on and say what was on my heart. And today I found out that fourth person that I knew that I met in either the karaoke and or musician realm has passed away. From what I know, all of these people are between their 50 and 60-year-old self. This person was probably a little bit younger, probably in his 40s. And it saddens me, y'all. It saddens me because I am 50. I'll be 51 this year. And I'm dealing with some of my own health issues. And sometimes it makes me think about or wonder if other people were dealing with health, related things. Did they know that this was about to be the end? Did they know or have all their affairs in order? Which is super important. And so this is, although it is still random but real, you'll get my intro, you'll get the outro, so you don't even need to hear me saying it again. But we got to get our stuff in order, y'all. Like, there's way too many of my friends who have families, they have young children or even adults, and they don't have a living will. They don't have advanced directive. They don't have doing business ads on their bank accounts. They don't have, just a regular will. And you die and then leave all of these decisions to the family that you say you love. Well, trust me, from someone who has been in a family with one individual who didn't have insurance at all. You don't have life insurance, not even term life. Get it, y'all, get it. Like, life is really passing us by and people are not prepared. You're not prepared, and then you're leaving the burden for your family to not be prepared. And I just feel like it's so unfair because they're already grieving and then they're trying to process through all your stuff. As I was saying, one family member didn't have insurance or a will. Another family member had insurance but didn't have a will, and another family member had everything in place. And when I tell you the grief levels, or the levels of grief that happened during those times, from 1990 to 2017, they were different. But the one that really, as far as like the aftermath, the secondary losses of grief, that helped the most was the one who was the most prepared. What is it going to take for you who has, property, or doesn't even have property, but has children, to care more about them and making sure you have life insurance than you do caring about what clothes they have on their back. Because I can tell you, when you die, it affects them in a negative space. And you may not even see it. You might not even thought about it. It might not even be something that was on the forefront of your mind. But I'm telling you, we got to grow up. We have to start making better decisions for our children's children. I mean, even the Bible talks about leaving inheritance for your children's children. I don't even have any children. And I still want to make sure that my niece and nephew are good with whatever I can provide. Being an educator, I don't make that much. I'm technically starting again in this process of building at such an old age, honestly. And I don't feel old, but in the numbers of I'm closer to retirement than I am starting in the workforce. And I'm blown away by how many people I know don't understand the importance of having life insurance. I don't care if it's whole life or term or what, all the different types that they have. If you need somebody, you need to be connected to someone who sells insurance. I know some people. I would gladly refer them. Check out the Stratus Group. That's actually my brother's company. You can check out my play bro, Christopher Dunlap, who also does sell insurance or whatever. And I've had Chris on my show. You can go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/onesinginglady, spelled out ONESINGINGLADY, and scroll until you see that process, or recording, so that you can see what you can do and why it's important to have different types of insurance. Life insurance. Why don't you have life insurance? Why don't you have health insurance? And you have a job that actually provides it. Now, I'm not talking about, I worked for years and didn't have insurance, even as a counselor, helping people every day in and day out with their mental health things, and I wasn't able to take care of my health. Mental health and physical health, it's all about health, y'all. So what is it going to take? Why is it so much more important for you to get all of these fashion things, and you don't have any preparation in place when it comes to your family? Now, I'm not saying that these 4 people that I know who have died this year, specifically in the music realm, because I've had some friends and family members or extended family members or family who've died too. But this is starting to be, more than a trend. You will rather start a GoFundMe because you didn't have your house in order. That doesn't make sense to me. It's infuriating. Honestly, it's infuriating to hear how many people are struggling because that wasn't even a topic of conversation. How do you enter a marriage, or even for those of you all who are, staying together, common law, and don't even know what is happening if the person dies, if they do have insurance, who their doctor is, who their the lawyer is, who their accountant is, these are questions that you ask in the beginning of a relationship. If you don't know those questions, check out Tracy and Worley and my book, Lisa L. Gilliam, 21 Days, because at the end of the book, we actually have questions that you can ask in your relationship. So yes, this is random but real, but it really is just because it's disheartening that so many people that I know do not have their house in order when it comes to having a will. You don't have money for a will, then you know what you can do? You can actually join Legal Shield. And my brother's a rep for that too. But you can find somebody who does Legal Shield, and they will give you or include the will for you for free. It doesn't matter how old your child is or how old, because the reality is we don't know when we're going to die. And you're supposed to be setting yourself up so your family is okay. It's not just about you. I don't even have a family, and I'm still, doing what I need to do. I, as an educator, and as someone with health issues, I may not be able to afford much when it comes to my life insurance. But I have it on my job if I die while I'm working there. And then I have my own policy, which is also really important. Please just don't rely on your job and say, oh, I have insurance. Because if that job ever leaves and something happens to you, then you don't, or if you happen to leave that job or you're asked to leave or fired, etc., because it happens, right? Real life situations, laid off, whatever. And then your insurance is gone. Your life insurance is gone. Your health insurance, gone. Find ways to make sure that those things are important. You know, I did not think that the person closest to me would not be able to speak for the last weeks of their life. And that's what happened. But so grateful that my mom was able to have everything in order so that when this happened, which is completely unexpected, because if you watched or listened to my shows, my YouTube lives, etc. in the past, then you know that my mom was a nurse. And so she knew how to take care of herself and others. But life sometimes throws us lemons. Life be lifing, as they say. And when that happens, you don't know whether this is going to be your situation or not. My mom could not voice to us what it is that she wanted, but because she had her will, because she had her advanced directive living will, because she had insurance, it made the grief slightly tad a little bit easier to deal with or process through, because we didn't have to deal with that on top of just the fact that we lost her. So this is an urgent plea, y'all. If you really want to know someone who can help you with the insurance, someone who can help you with, sorry, I just got a phone call, y'all, in the middle of the live. If you want to really know someone can help you with this process, because I didn't turn do not disturb off, because this was so heavy on my heart, then please reach out to me. I will add the link to the Stratus group there, so you can even talk to someone directly that, you know, deals with insurance or whatever, if you have questions or just whatever it is, because it's so important. It's so important, y'all. Please stop focusing on being fashionable and focus on getting your house in order so that your family doesn't have to deal with extra grief because you all were not prepared. All right, this is Lisa, once again, Lady Gilliam, signing off. I hope that you hear the urgency in my voice, and that you're willing to take a step or a chance to make sure your house is in order so that your family doesn't have to worry about additional grief or additional measures because you did what you were supposed to do while you were living. Time is not promised, y'all. And I know we don't want to talk about death, but it's real. It's true. And several of my friends and I have lost our family members, especially our parents. We're in that stage now where that's happening. So I just want you to be prepared. I just want you to be prepared. Know that I love you. I care about you, or I wouldn't even talk about this. But clearly this is something that needs to be talked about a little bit more, because I see way too many people out there on the street spending all these thousands of dollars on purses and clothes, etc., and don't have insurance, don't have life insurance, don't have health insurance, don't have a living will or advanced directive, don't have doing business as on your bank account so that if something does happen to you, don't have a POA, a point of attorney, a power of attorney, that can take over your affairs if you're unable to speak or act upon them. So important. So important. So hear me, y'all. Hear my cry. And for those people who've lost loved ones recently, my condolences for real to you. And I pray that this is not something that you have to experience, and that if it is, that God somehow guides you through it, and that you yourself will make better choices and decisions because you've had to experience this. All right. One singing lady out. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast, LLG's Random But Real. I appreciate your support and your time. Until next time, please make sure you visit my website, www.lisalgilliam.com, so you can find out more information about where this podcast is streamed, about my book, about the CDs, and spoken word. Again, I appreciate your support, and I look forward to hearing from you and you all listening to the next episode. Have a wonderful day.